Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing today on this beautiful Wednesday? Hopefully, you're all having a great day. Hopefully, you're all having a great week. We have the final series of this three-game outing between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. How's everybody doing today? We got a couple people in the chat. We got Robert and Nosebleed. I work, Robert, to answer your question. I just work hours that other folks don't work, and I'll just leave it at that. And Nosebleeds listen while at work. Well, I appreciate you still tuning in, man. Just don't slack off at the job. So it's Max Fried versus Jack Flaherty today, folks, and it's let's hope the Yankees can avoid getting swept. So we'll see what happens. And we got the Ace Avenue saying Shia. Ace, are you doing a play-by-play today? I didn't see a stream, but maybe you set it up afterwards. I don't know. And then we got Alex Garcia joining us here from X, and he's asking, what do you think's under 7.5? Are you talking about the score? Oh, you are streaming. Okay, cool. Not quite, Robert. No, not me. Cool. So Ace is streaming. All right, that's what's up, man. I'll come in. I'll say what's up here momentarily. Petruzzi, what's up, Petruzzi? Oh, total score. Just got to make sure, bro. I'll say over 7.5 there, Alex. I got over 7.5. We got Beagle in the building. We got Gusto in the building. What up, Gusto? Make sure you all hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. Appreciate you folks. Appreciate you folks tuning in. Thank you. Yeah, nah. Nothing like that there, buddy. You got the wrong one. Yeah, I get it. You don't pay attention to me or have any notification. Yo, YouTube doesn't notify me. YouTube sometimes notifies, sometimes it doesn't. That's on YouTube's end there, sir. All right. But yeah, the game should start here in a little less than 10 minutes. So just kind of chatting it up with all of you. So yeah, they're just showing some highlights right here of the Tigers just dominating. They're showing a little bit of Spencer Torkelson's highlights. Torkelson's been on a roll as of late, man. Like he's a great player. There's a few guys that are on this team that are good for the Tigers. I mean, Spencer Torkelson, Dingler's not bad. Kreidler is not bad. McKinstry, he's another one. So there's some names in this lineup that are really good. And the Tigers were one of those teams where I was just like, this is a team you got to look out for. This is a team you absolutely have to look out for because, they made some good moves this offseason. They have some good players. So, so they do, they do have a good squad. So, I'm not sleeping on them, and rightfully so. Yeah, YouTube is on that stuff. Do you do any working out on your rest days? Like, I'll probably do light. I'll probably do some I might do like push-ups, crunches. I might go on a walk or so. I mean, just on my rest days, that's what I'll be doing. That's for sure. I appreciate you, Ace. Make sure you all listen to Ace and make sure you go subscribe to the Ace Avenue. And if you do tune into his live stream, make sure you sub up and hit that like. So I would greatly appreciate it. And I know he's going. Yeah, he should be live right now. He's on the way to 2K. He's on the way to 2,000 subscribers. So let's make it happen. How many push-ups can I do without stopping? I mean, I could at least do 20. I've done 50 before without stopping. I've done 50 without stopping. Right now, I couldn't tell you, but I've done 50 before. But if we're talking right now, I could easily do 30. You know what I mean? But I've done 50. Usually, I try to push for 50 push-ups. I gotta rebuild myself up to that again. So, and we got Meredith Morakabits on the screen. How many push-ups can you do in without stopping there? If Yanks lose and if he does for 50 push-ups, yeah, well. Nosebleed. He says, I do sit-ups all day, sit up in bed, the chair, the couch. Yeah, sounds about right. What's up, Ken? How's it going? Good to see you. What is going on? What's up? What's up? Aaron Boone talking on TV right now. I don't know what he's saying. I got the volume. The volume is a little bit low, but yeah, hopefully the Yankees could come away with a win today, man. It's I don't want these guys getting swept again. They already lost the second series of the season. What's up, Doran? Good to see you. They absolutely need a win. But the game should start here in the next few minutes. So we are in a commercial break right now. You do 2 sets of 50 push-ups and 100 squats every morning before my real workout. That's what's up, Gusto. That's what I'm talking about. So, where I go train, for if I'm doing Muay Thai, the coach has us at the end, has us do some conditioning where we're doing 4 sprints, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 20 crunches, and it's a 5 minute we'll call it 5 minute round. It's 5 minutes. You do that continuously, right? So after you do the 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 20 crunches, you go back to doing the 4 sprints and then do those exercises, and then you just keep doing that for 5 minutes. So it's 5 minutes until when that clock, and then when the clock expires, then you finish the exercise that you're on. Yeah, Doran. Talked a little bit about that. Clark Schmidt, he's due for one more rehab start, which is tomorrow, and then hopefully we see him next week, I would assume. And Luis Hill, he's gonna start throwing. Gary Phillips said he is gonna start throwing. Phillips put out that tweet. Yeah, it's like a hit routine there, Gusto. Exactly, man. Exactly. Ken says 2 minutes, 67 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 1.5 mile run, a little over 10 minutes. All right, I got you. Yeah, Tyler Matzik. So Boone said a few more rehab starts. And yes, he does have a May 1st opt-out. Yeah. But yeah, I was talking a little bit about that during the pregame. So yeah, so that's what's going on with with Yankee land. So at least some good news coming out, So that's what we like to hear. Oh, Navy PRT, yeah. I'm sure that those were during your Navy days, man. So, I know those Navy guys, they work, but here we are at the game, and it looks like the Tigers are taking the field. And I will pull up the game day right now. So actually, let me pull up this one instead. Hold on. This. Here we go. All right. And Jack Flaherty warming up now. Again, lineup for the Yankees: Ben Rice, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldschmidt, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez, J.C. Escara, Oswaldo Cabrera. That is your lineup for the New York Yankees. And we got Whitewashed Crazy something joining us from Twitch. What's up? How's it going? But Jack Flaherty right now, 2 starts, 1-0 record, 2.38 ERA. So let's see what the Yankees bats can do against him. Hopefully they have an answer. And he is warming up on the mound. And the Tigers defense, outfield, Riley Green, Ryan Kreidler, Zach McKinstry is your outfield. Infield is Andy Ibanez, Javi Baez, Colt Keats, Spencer Torkelson. At the dish is Dylan Dingler. Justin Henry Malloy is your DH. Jack Flaherty on the mound, folks. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Once again, make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. Join in on the fun. Let's continue growing this channel out. I would greatly appreciate it. And let's go Yankees. So the Yankees bats have to wake up. No doubt about it, Ken. No doubt about it. All right. And we are ready to go. And here we have Ben Rice. And first pitch to Ben Rice is a ball. So 1 ball, no strike. And we are underway, folks. So Ben Rice so far in 10 games, batting .323, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs this season. Here's the 1-0. Did he go? Yes, he did. Third base umpire says he did go around. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Ben Rice. I might be a little bit behind on the coverage, but I'll get it to live here soon. And Ben Rice hits a ball, but it does roll foul. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Ben Rice. And Aaron Judge is waiting on deck. He'll be batting second in today's lineup. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ben Rice. And Comerica Park looking empty once again. Here's the 1-2. And he struck him out. So Ben Rice strikes out. So first strikeout of the game for Jack Flaherty. Home plate umpire is Nate Tomlinson. They say he is neutral when it comes to calling strikes. So Jack Flaherty has his first strike out of the game. And here we have Aaron Judge at the plate. And he takes a strike on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. Count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And Judge hits that foul, so it's a quick 0-2 count to Aaron Judge. So it's an 0-2 count to Aaron Judge. Here's the pitch. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Aaron Judge now. Flaherty sets. Here's the pitch. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. So count is now even. It was a quick 0-2 start, and now it's 2-2. Aaron Judge calls time. So it's a 2-2 count with 1 out here in the top of the first. Judge steps back into the batter's box. He is ready to go. Jack Flaherty is ready to go. He sets. Here's the pitch. And Judge fouls that back. So 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Aaron Judge. I had 2 cups there, Petruzzi. I had 2 cups. I don't need another one right now. Maybe later in the day. We'll see. Here's the 2-2 to Judge, and he fouls that off and still staying alive. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Aaron Judge. We have 1 out here in the top of the first. Flaherty waiting for the signal. He gets the signal. He sets, and here's the 2-2. Full count now to Aaron Judge. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nah, Jacob, but I could put you to sleep. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Aaron Judge, and here's the pitch. Judge fouls it off, still staying alive. So good at bat so far by Aaron Judge, just trying to make something happen here. As we have Cody Bellinger, who is waiting on deck. He is back in the lineup today for the New York Yankees. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Aaron Judge. Flaherty sets. Here's the 3-2. Judge fouls it off once again. So Judge staying alive, making Flaherty work, which is what we want from the Yankees bats, right? So make the opposing pitcher work. So here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Judge strikes out. And that is strikeout number 2 for Jack Flaherty. So back-to-back strikeouts here in the inning. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the first, and we have Cody Bellinger coming to the plate. First pitch to Bellinger is in there for a strike, or it's a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Through 8 games, batting .233, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, a .611 OPS for Cody Bellinger. 0-1 count to Cody Bellinger with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. So 0-2. Jack Flaherty looking for his 3rd strikeout. And Jason from 161 River Ave. What's up, my man? Here's the 0-2. And that is outside for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cody Bellinger. Flaherty sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out the side. Flaherty starts off the game with 3 strikeouts, and we are going to the bottom of the first. It's 0-0, and we are in a commercial break. So Flaherty doing work in the top of the first. So 3 strikeouts to start the game. Strikes out the first 3 batters of the game. So let's see if Max Fried can answer. Yeah, so not a great first inning, but it's okay. It's okay. I did put another K in the book. All right, Jacob, don't tell me how to do my job. So 3 strikeouts for Jack Flaherty. So he's off to a good start so far. But what is up, everyone? How's everybody feeling on this Wednesday? How's the weather in your area? What are you all up to today? I know a few of you are working. Who else is working? I know Nosebleed section is tuning in from work. Who else? What else is everybody doing? But Detroit Tigers lineup. We got Justin Henry Malloy leading off, Andy Ibanez, Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, Dylan Dingler, Colt Keith, Javi Baez, Ryan Kreidler, Zach McKinstry. That is your lineup for the Detroit Tigers. CC still says awful. Yeah. But 2 starts for Max Fried, 1-0 record, 2.61 ERA. So let's see what he does here. He is on the mound. He was taking his warm-ups. So the game should start here momentarily. Hopefully he gets a second win of the season. And it looks like he is ready to go. And here we have Malloy at the plate, and the first pitch from Fried. It's a grounder hit to Cabrera, Throws over to first base for out number one. So one pitch, one out. Yankees defense, Dominguez, Bellinger, Judge. Outfield, infield defenses, Oswaldo Cabrera, Volpe, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Paul Goldschmidt. At the dish, J.C. Escara. DHing is Ben Rice. Max Fried on the mound. And now we have Ibanez at the plate. And he takes a strike on a 91-mile-per-hour fastball. So it's an 0-1 count to Ibanez. Here's the 0-1. And Ibanez fouls that off. So 0-2 count. Let's see if Max Fried could get his first strike out of the game here. 0-2 count, one out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-2. That is high for a ball. So the count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ibanez. Max Fried sets. Here's the pitch. And he fouls that back. So Ibanez trying to stay alive here. So it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ibanez. Let's see if Max Fried could get a strikeout here. And the Tigers have Riley Green waiting on deck. It's a 1-2 count to Ibanez. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch from Fried. So it is a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Ibanez. I would have been down with Flaherty, man. I would have been down with Jack Flaherty there, TC. But it's a 2-2 count. And here's the pitch. And he fouls that off. Still staying alive. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ibanez. Max Fried looking for his first strikeout of the game. Fried sets. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Boom. First strikeout for Max Fried. So we have 2 outs here in the inning. And that'll bring up Riley Green to the plate. Was batting 289, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, 882 OPS. First pitch is a ball, so 1 ball, no strikes to Riley Green. So we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Max Fried sets. Here's the 1-0. And that is in there for a strike on a sinker, 91 miles per hour. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Fried sets. Here's the pitch. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike now to Riley Green. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Riley Green. Max Fried gets a signal. He sets. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off. The count now is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's play that 2-strike horn. Can Max Fried get his second strikeout of the game? Max Fried sets. Here's the 2-2. And Riley Green staying alive, fouls that off. Count is still 2 balls, 2 strikes. We have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. It's a 0-0 game. Spencer Torkelson waiting on deck for the Detroit Tigers. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, 0-0 score. Max Fried sets. Here's the 2-2. And it's a full count now. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Riley Green. Fried sets. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled. So Riley Green still staying alive. So we have a full count here for Riley Green. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fried sets. Here is the pitch. And Fried hits a single. And Green will be on. So we have a runner on first base, and that'll bring up Spencer Torkelson. So nice hit right up the middle. And Riley Green is on there with a single, folks. And that brings up Spencer Torkelson, who's batting .310 so far through 11 games, 1051 OPS, 7 RBIs, 3 home runs. Runner on first, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, here's the pitch from Fried. First pitch is fouled off. It is strike 1. So 0-1 count to Torkelson. And Torkelson steps back into the batter's box. Looks like he is ready to go. Max Fried sets, checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike on a curveball, 75 miles per hour. So 0-2 count. Let's play that strikeout horn. Can he get his second strikeout here in this inning? Max Fried sets. Here's the pitch. And that's a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Torkelson. Runner on first, bottom of the first, 2 outs. Max Fried trying to get out of this inning as he checks first base. He sets, and it's a grounder to Jazz Chisholm, and runs over to second base. Got him, barely, but that is your 3rd out. So we did have 1 hit in this inning, no runs, no errors, and we are going to the top of the 2nd. So 0-0 score. Max Fried gets out of the inning clean. He did give up a hit, but no runs, so that's a good thing. But how's everybody feeling today? So good start for the Yankees. The bats, let's see. The bats need to come alive. You know, it's as simple as that. Let's see what the bats do. What's up there? Must have snacks. What is going on, man? How are you doing today? How's everybody doing today? So appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel out. Hopefully the Yankees can avoid getting swept. They've already lost a series. This is a must win. But we are in a commercial break. What's everybody doing right now? What's everybody up to? I know some of you are tuning into this game from work. Hopefully some of you are at home watching the game. What's everybody up to? I'm still trying to decide what I want to eat. I'm starting to get a little hungry, so I might have to order a little something. But what up, Dev? How's it going, man? My arch nemesis? What are you talking about there, Jacob? I heard that, Jason. I know we talked a little bit about that Wawa deal, man. I hope I told you the other day, man. I'm confident that you will. You're gonna get that going. I don't have a podcast with Brad. I don't know what you're on there, Jacob, but okay. But we are back to the game. Jack Flaherty is back on the mound, and here we have Paul Goldschmidt, and he takes the ball, so it's a 1-0 count to Paul Goldschmidt, who's hitting .381 with a home run, 3 RBIs, 935 OPS through 11 games, some pretty decent numbers so far. Here's the 1-0 count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Nephew's playing Monopoly, PS5. Eating strawberries. Ooh, I like strawberries. I got some blueberries in the fridge, actually. So here's the 1-1. And it is fouled off. The count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Paul Goldschmidt. Some nuggies. I'm not in the mood for nuggies. Nah. I'm feeling a sandwich, though. I just don't know what kind of sandwich. But it's a 1-2 count to Paul Goldschmidt. And Paul Goldschmidt is on there with a single. Let's go. Paul Goldschmidt still continuing his hitting ways. So leadoff batter is on. So we have a runner on first. And nice hit by Flaherty there. Or excuse me, Paul Goldschmidt. So we have a runner on first. So Goldschmidt on there with a single. That does bring up Jazz Chisholm Jr. with Anthony Volpe waiting on deck. Goldschmidt takes the lead at first base. And the first pitch to Jazz is a ball, so it's a 1-0 count. Jazz Chisholm hitting 196 so far, 760 OPS, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs. Batting average needs to get up and needs to improve. It's way outside. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Jazz Chisholm Jr. We are in the top of the second with a runner on first, 0-0 game. 2 balls, no strikes to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Here's the 2-0. 3-0 now. So Flaherty losing a little bit of control here. I'm going to pull a Sammy, whatever that means. Well, we have Anthony Volpe waiting on deck. It's a 3 balls, no strike count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Flaherty sets. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a strike on a 4-seam fastball, 91 miles per hour. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to Jazz. Let's see if they give him the green light here. Here's the 3-1. And he walks him. All right, so we got 2 runners on now. We got runners on first and second. Goldschmidt with a single and a walk issued by Flaherty. That is his first walk of the game. All right. I'm on MLB TV, but there it's the Prime. It does show the Prime logo, but I'm watching it through MLB TV there, Jacob. But it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Anthony Volpe. So we are in the top of the second, nobody out. Runners on first and second. Yankees trying to make some noise here. So here's an opportunity for them to make something happen. Flaherty checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. And just misses, just a little low. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Anthony Volpe. So Flaherty so far at 30 pitches as he's waiting to get the signal as he does, and he sets, and here's the pitch. And that is in there for a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Anthony Volpe. Here's the 2-2 count. And, that bat goes flying. And that is a strikeout. It was a 2-2 count. Volpe's the bat slips out of Volpe's hands. And there's strike 3, folks. So 4th strikeout of the game for Flaherty. And we have 1 out in the inning with Jason Dominguez at the plate. And does he go? Third base umpire says no, so it's a 1-0 count. Dominguez through 10 games, 222 batting average, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, an OPS of 706. So we have 2 men on, 1 out, top of the second. Here's the 1-0. That is in there for a strike. The count now is 1 ball, 1 strike to Jason Dominguez. Yankees have an opportunity to get a couple of runs here, or at least a run. And here's the 1-1. Ooh, big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dominguez. Flaherty sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Jason Dominguez goes down, striking out. So that is strikeout number 5 for Flaherty. So 2 outs here in the inning. Still have runners on first and second. It's a 0-0 game, top of the second. And here we have J.C. Escara at the plate. Let's see what he can do with his at-bat. Here's the pitch from Flaherty, and that is in there for a strike on a knuckle curve. So it's an 0-1 count to Flaherty, or to Escara. Messing up my names here. Here's the 0-1, and that is a ball. So count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to J.C. Escara. He is catching in today's game, so Austin Wells has a day off. Here's the 1-1. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Escara. Runners on first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Yankees trying to get something going here. Here's the 2-1. 3 balls, 1 strike now to J.C. Escara. And Oswaldo Cabrera is waiting on deck. Flaherty already at 40 pitches. Pitch number 41 incoming. Here's the 3-1. And he walks him, and the bases are loaded for Oswaldo Cabrera. So, again, Yankees trying to make a little noise here. So this will be a big at-bat for Oswaldo Cabrera. He's the only player on the team with no home runs. Everybody on the team has a home run. Oswaldo Cabrera doesn't have a home run. So, and I believe J.C. Escara doesn't have a home run either. But first pitch to Cabrera is a strike. So bases loaded, 2 outs. 0-1 count to Cabrera. And that was the second walk issued by Flaherty as Cabrera fouls that off. So it's an 0-2 count to Oswaldo Cabrera. Yankees have a big opportunity here to make something happen. We have 2 outs here in the inning. Bases loaded. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Flaherty, and Cabrera fouls that off, still staying alive. Flaherty at 44 pitches right now, so pitch number 45 incoming. Flaherty is adjusting his glove. Looks like he's ready to go. So 0-2 count to Cabrera. Flaherty sets. Here's the pitch. That's outside for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jack Flaherty, or to Oswaldo Cabrera. Appreciate you, Gusto. 1-2 count, bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and that is fouled. So still staying alive. So big at-bat right here for Cabrera. Has an opportunity to make something big happen here in this inning. Here's the 1-2, and Cabrera hits that to center field, and the play is made by Ryan Kryler, and that will lead us to the bottom of the second. Yankees couldn't seize the opportunity. They do get a hit. They do leave 3 men on. So couldn't get anything going there in that inning, unfortunately. So now we are going to the bottom of the second. It is a 0-0 game. So Yankees had a real opportunity. So, this is kind of like what I guess, in a way, it kind of like frustrates me a little bit, right? The Yankees have these opportunities where they have runners on base. They have an opportunity to make something happen. They don't make it happen. Let's hope they can get let's hope they get more opportunities like this in the game, and then, actually score some runs, right? But they had an opportunity there in the top of the second. Couldn't make anything happen, but it's okay. Game is still early. So let's hope in the top of the third, they can come back and make something happen. So hopefully Max Fried has another clean inning here in the bottom of the second. Brad says the New York Yankees left on bases strikes again. Yeah, exactly. So a little frustrating, but we are in a commercial break. Jesse says, man, shout out to you, NFE. I couldn't record myself watching the game. I can't keep my cool like you, bro. Well, a lot of folks can't. I don't know if it's just my calm nature. I don't know if it's just because, if it's the martial arts in me. I don't know what it is, bro. But, yeah, I tend to stay calm, man. There's no sense in me getting angry. Yankees don't pay me. So, these guys are getting paid their millions, bro. I'm just a content creator. So, we are back to the game. And here we have Dylan Dingler at the plate, and he takes a strike. So it's an 0-1 count to Dylan Dingler through 7 games, 364, average 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, and 1119 OPS. I can't imagine what you're like when the Red Sox are losing or playing bad there, Jesse. I can imagine you're like RKOing somebody in the household or something. I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to be in your way. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Dingler. Max Fried sets. Here's the pitch. 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Max Fried has an opportunity to get his second strikeout of the game. Here's the 1-2. And did he go? And he struck him out. Second strikeout of the game for Max Fried. Let's go. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. So 2 strikeouts now. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. Gusto. Here's Colt Keith at the plate, and he takes a strike. Brad says Fried and Flaherty were high school teammates. This is the first time they faced each other professionally. That's interesting. Thanks for sharing that. I didn't know that, man. Here's the 0-1, and that's called a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Colt Keith. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Max Fried sets, and here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. It's fouled off. So 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see if Max Fried could get his 3rd strikeout of the game, as he is resetting himself here. Fried sets. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Boom! So 3rd strikeout of the game for Max Fried. Back-to-back strikeout here. in the bottom of the second, and it is 2 outs now in the bottom of the second, and we have Javi Baez at the plate. Let's see if Max Fried can get out of this inning clean. Brad. That first pitch is fouled off. The count is 0-1. We need some laughs anyway, man. We need some laughter in our lives. It's an 0-1 count to Javi Baez. We have 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch, and that is in there for a strike. And let's see if he can strike out the side. Play that horn. Let's go. And Fried get his 4th strikeout of the game. One ball, 2 strikes now to Javi Baez. Here's the 1-2. And he struck him out. Boom! And he strikes out the side. That is Max Fried's 4th strikeout of the game. So great inning by Max Fried. We are going to the top of the third. And it is a 0-0 game. Solid outing by Max Fried. Let's go. Oh, no, I'll answer your text there, Gusto. Don't worry. I won't leave you hanging. I just don't want you crying yourself to sleep. Oh, for sure, Brad. I got you. Got that Rogue One vibe going. Yeah, again, man, I try to keep calm. There's folks out there, man. They lose their collective minds. They start breaking TVs, punching walls. It's insane, bro. I don't know, man. I mean, I understand being passionate about your I understand, being passionate about your team and rooting for your team, but geez, come on, Yeah, I do answer Brad's DMs, surprisingly. Since when has Fried become a K machine? Ever since he started working with Matt Blake, I guess. But we want him to be a K machine. I know he's more of a ground ball guy, but hey, I'll take the strikeouts. He's at 4 strikeouts. So I'll take it. Let's see. The Tigers right now, Jack Flaherty. I'm trying to see here. I mean, he's at 5 strikeouts for today's game, a couple of walks. Yeah, looking forward to their SGA. Looking forward to Friday. That'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully a lot of fun, right? Yankees Giants. That series will start on Friday at Yankee Stadium. And here we are back to the top of the lineup with Ben Rice at the plate, and he takes a ball. So Ben Rice is 0 for 1 in today's game. He struck out in his first at bat. Yeah, I am holding your Yankees tickets. I already got your money too, there, Gusto. So I'm playing with you, man. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Ben Rice. Here's the 2-0. Big swing and a miss. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. Count now is 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Ben Rice. Jack Flaherty just threw his 51st pitch. So pitch count is a little high right now, which is good. And swing and a miss. And that is the 6th strikeout for Jack Flaherty. So Ben Rice strikes out for the second time in the game. We do have 1 out here in the inning. That'll bring up the captain, Aaron Judge. All rise for the Judge. You better believe I did, Gusto. I'm hustling out here. Here's the first pitch to Judge, and he fouls that off. It's an 0-1 count to Aaron Judge. I'll go on a wild guess there, Chua, and say under 9, dude. That's my guess. So 0-1 count to Aaron Judge. We have one out here in the inning. Here's the 0-1. That is outside for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. $1. I was going to go somewhere with that, but I won't. Oh, man. Here's the 1-1 count. And Judge rips that foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Aaron Judge. Judge is 0 for 1 in today's game. He struck out in his first at bat. Jack Flaherty at 55 pitches now. We have one out here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-2. And Judge hits that high, but it looks like that play is going to be made by McKinstry. So 2 down now here in the top of the third. Judge is 0 for 2 in today's game, and that'll bring up Cody Bellinger. Gusto. Oh, man. We're having a lot of fun today, aren't we? Calling the game, having some laughs. It's always a fun time. But here's the first pitch from Flaherty to Cody Bellinger, and that is called a strike. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the third with nobody on. It's an 0-1 count to Bellinger. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Belly. Here's the 1-1. And that is in there for a strike. The count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the third as Flaherty is looking for his 7th strikeout of the game. Here's the 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count is now even. Oh, it's definitely going to be a 5,000 markup for sure. You better believe it. And we have Paul Goldschmidt waiting on deck. A live watch party? I don't know, man. Here's the 2-2. And swing and a miss. And Bellinger strikes out. That is the 7th strikeout for Jack Flaherty. So Flaherty on a roll. And we are in a commercial break. And we are going to the bottom of the third. It's still a 0-0 game. I don't know where I would do a live watch party, honestly. I'd have to talk to some venue or some restaurant and being like, hey, can I do a live stream here? That'd be a lot of fun though, man. If I was in New York, I think it'd be better because then I, get a bunch of people to come down. That would be pretty dope. But I hope you're all enjoying today's broadcast brought to you by me. I have no sponsors, but you're all my supporters and I appreciate all of you, all the jokes. Every joke, I don't care. I just laugh because I think it's hilarious. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you guys and gals hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue supporting this channel. Let's go. Gusto, cry me a river. I was gonna buy you some cotton candy at the game, but looks like I'm gonna change my mind. Well, yeah, I mean the subscribers are my sponsors, sure, but I want like sponsors, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm. That'd be cool though to get some sponsors. Maybe I should like reach out to SeatGeek or something. If anybody buys a ticket, just use my code. Like to get something going there, man. But looks like we are back to the game. And Max Fried is back on the mound. And we have Ryan Kreidler leading off for the Detroit Tigers. And it is the bottom of the third. Yes, sponsor real money. For real. For real. One day, one step at a time. You know, we gotta be patient, right? And looks like there's a little bit of a delay, but I think looks like they're ready to go. I think Ascar is adjusting himself. All right, and we're ready to go. And Max Fried sets. Here's the pitch. And that is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Kreidler. Here's the 1-0. Another ball. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Kreidler. So bottom of the third, 0-0. It's a 2-0 count to Kreidler. Max Fried sets. Here's the pitch. And it's a grounder hit to Anthony Volpe. Throws over to first base. A little high, but Paul Goldschmidt is able to make the play for out number 1. So we have 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Brad, again, same thing I told Gusto, Crimea River. And here we have McKinstry at the plate. We have 1 out here in the bottom of the third, and the first pitch to McKinstry is a ball, so 1 ball, no strike. So 1 out here, bottom of the third, nobody on, 1-0 count. Here's the pitch, and that is in there for a strike on a 84-mile-per-hour cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the third. Here's the pitch from Fried. And that's hit back right to Fried. Throws over to first. And out number 2 here in the second inning. So 2 outs here in the inning. Let's see if Fried can get out of the third inning clean. And we are back to the top of the lineup for the Detroit Tigers. And it's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Malloy is at the plate. What's up, Sco? How you doing, Sco? How you feeling? And the first pitch to Malloy is a strike. And it's an 0-1 count to Malloy. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nah, Gusto, I won't time you out. I'd rather take you to the mats. I'd rather take you to the mats, bro. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the third. Here's the pitch from Fried, and that is in there for a strike on a changeup, 83 miles per hour. Let's play that 2-strike horn. And his 5th strikeout of the inning. Here's the 1-2, and Malloy hits that and to left field, and he is on there with a single. So it's a 2-out single for Malloy. And that'll bring up Andy Ibanez, who struck out in his first at bat. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. Gusto's he's always ready to get his butt kicked. Okay, well, it's gonna be a long day for you there, buddy. And here we have Max Fried, checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch. And it's a grounder hit to Anthony Volpe, throws over to second to Jazz Chisholm Jr. for out number 3. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We are going to the top of the 4th. It's still a 0-0 game. Max Fried having a good outing thus far. That's what I'm loving so far. You watching the Mets game? For sure. They're playing the Marlins, right? I apologize for not knowing this, but I think they're playing the Marlins. So we are in a commercial break. Right now, it's a 0-0 game. Oh, no, there ain't no mat fantasy there, buddy. You could join me on the mats there, Brad, anytime you want. You just got to fly yourself from Australia because I ain't flying all the way down there. One day I will visit Australia. That would be cool to visit Australia. I'd love to visit, though, man. All jokes aside, I would like Australia looks like an amazing country. Marlins game is 0-0, bottom of the third. Copy. Okay. What does your boy Volkanovski do on Saturday there, Brad? What's he gonna do? You think he wins? So commercial break, 0-0 game. We're going to head into the top of the fourth. Game should resume here momentarily. All right. Yeah, I do have a mat fetish, and there ain't nothing wrong with a mat fetish there, dude. The mats are a lot of fun. Certainly humbles you. But we are back to the game. Flaherty is back on the mound. And Paul Goldschmidt is leading off here in the top of the fourth. And Paul Goldschmidt hits that to center field. And the play is made by Riley Green for out number one. Gave it a ride, but just wasn't far enough. So 1 out here in the top of the fourth. And here we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. coming to the plate. He walked in his first at bat. So you think he'll lose in a split decision? Okay. Jazz Chisholm Jr. hits that, and it is caught by Torkelson on a line drive. And that is out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the inning. I'll check it here momentarily, Gusto. Don't worry. I won't let you down. Brad, I'm not necessarily ready to give up on Volk. I think he could come away with a win, but Diego Lopez is tough. The guy's ground game is really good. His boxing is really good too. His stand-up is really good too. So it should be a fun matchup, man. Here's the 1-0 to Volpe. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Volpe is 0 for 1 in today's game. So top of the fourth, 0-0. Nobody on. 2 outs here in the inning. It's a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And Volpe hits a grounder to the third baseman who throws over to first to Torkelson for out number 3. So it's a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the fourth. We are heading to the bottom of the fourth now. It's still 0-0. Yeah, there's a pay-per-view there. It's the main event is Diego Lopez versus Alexander Volkanovski. And then you also have Michael Chandler versus Patty Pimblett, which that should be an interesting fight. What's Jesse saying here? Tonight, the Blue Jays might sweep the series against the Sox at Fenway. We suck again. Well, it would make me happy, but I know for you, probably not. Chua says Henderson, shortstop, Rushman, catcher. Oh, you're telling me the lineup here. Okay. Reading off the lineup. Sweet. But let me check Gusto's message here. What is he sending me? Really? You sent me this picture of me? You took it. Who is that? Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry who that is. I'm gonna hit you up sometime to figure out how to watch it on that. Yeah, for sure. There's other ways of watching it. Don't worry about who that is. We're gonna leave that one a mystery. Well, we are in a commercial break right now. The game will start here momentarily. We are going to head into the bottom of the fourth. So still a 0-0 game. It looks like a spaceman in my kitchen. I don't know. Maybe it's a spaceman. Maybe it's a statue. I don't know. Is the streaming police checking on me? Possibly. But we are back to the game. And Max Fried is back on the mound. Max Fried having a good outing so far. Hopefully he can continue this strong outing. And we have Riley Green at the plate. He is 1 for 1 in today's game. First pitch by Fried, and it is there for a pop out. So 1 hit, 1 out. And catch is made by Jason Dominguez. Everybody, round of applause. Time Dominguez makes the catch, we're clapping for him. Texas Buckeye, it appears to be that way. How are you today? And now we have Spencer Torkelson at the plate, and he is 0 for 1 in today's game. The first pitch to Torkelson is in there for a strike. It's 0-1 to Torkelson. Here's the 0-1. And that is called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Spencer Torkelson. We have 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 0-0 game. 1-1 count to Torkelson as he calls time. Here's the 1-1. Inside, 2 balls, 1 strike now to Torkelson. Robert Cropley says, in his opinion, this is a result of how the season started. The lineup overall is pressing too hard, looking for the home run, all or nothing. Yeah, there needs to be more patience at these at-bats, man. You're absolutely correct. But here's the 2-1 to Torkelson, and just misses. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Torkelson. Three balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And Torkelson hits that to left field for a single. It gets past the diving Cabrera. So it's a 1-out single for Torkelson, who is 1 for 2 in today's game now. And that'll bring up Dylan Dingler. And he is 0 for 1 in today's game. A double play would be perfect here, folks. Here's the first pitch from Fried to Dingler. It is a foul ball, so 0-1 count. Dingler is 0 for 1 in today's game. He did strike out in the second inning against Max Fried. Yeah, Buckeye, there just needs to be more patience at the plate, man. You know, it's just a little frustrating. Runner on first, 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, and that is in there for a strike. So it is an 0-2 count. So let's see if Max Fried could get his 5th strikeout of the game. Yeah, unfortunate for Zach Eflin there, Chua. I mean, you know, injuries happen, man. The Yankees have their fair share of they're dealing with their injuries too with their players. So here's the 0-2, and that is fouled off. He's still staying alive. So we got a runner on first, bottom of the fourth with 1 out. It's an 0-2 count to Dingler. SGA says go Yankees. And here's the 0-2. Fried sets. Here's the pitch. And swings and misses. And that is the Fifth strikeout for Max Fried. Let's go. So we have 2 outs here in the inning. So we have 2 outs with a runner on first, bottom of the 4th. And that'll bring up Colt Keith, who struck out in the 2nd inning. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. So 1 on, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Here's the first pitch to Keith, and that is called a ball. So 1 ball, no strike to Colt Keith. Fried sets. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a strike on a 73-mile-per-hour curveball. So count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers do have a runner on first. It is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Still a 0-0 game. Fried sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Let's see if Fried could get his 6th strikeout of the game. Let's play that horn. And Max Fried get his 6th strikeout of the game. It's a 1-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, with a runner on first base. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, 1 runner on first base, 0-0 game. Max Fried checks the runner at first. And here's the pitch. And he struck him out. Boom! So that is the 6th strikeout. So 4 shutout innings for Max Fried. And we are heading to the top of the 5th. So it's a pitcher's duel. On offense, on either team has no answer. No, I haven't chosen my lunch yet. Maybe get some duck. Yeah, I might get some duck. Maybe some chickens. Maybe some turkey. Maybe some cow. Maybe some elk or some deer. Nah, definitely not having a protein shake. I actually don't have any protein shakes. I used to have them years ago, but not my thing personally. But no pork. Pork is a no-no. Robert Cropley says patient at bats, neutralize a normally solid opposing pitcher potentially as well as giving benefits to our starter if he's not especially sharp in any given outing. Facts on that there, Robert. Brad says chicken definitely suits you, and if he, whatever. But we are in a commercial break. It's not that I can't. I mean, I'm not supposed to have it. Therefore, I don't have pork. It's forbidden for me. That's why I don't eat pork. If you know, you know. But we are in a commercial break right now. Let me. All right, so we are back to the game. Nah, you're good, Gusto. Don't worry about it. But we do have 1 out in the inning. I had to fast forward because there was a little bit of a delay on my end. MLB TV is bugging out right now, so we do have 1 out. Escara is at the plate. He walked in his first at bat. He takes a strike here. It's an 0-1 count. Yeah, I heard about Octavio Dotel, man. That was unfortunate. He was at a club. The building collapsed, and they pulled him out of the rubble. He had passed away. So 0-2 count now to JC Escara. Jesse says, told you MLB TV sucks this year. Well, the internet's kind of probably a little bit of an issue too, but there's like a little bit of wind. I don't know if that's affecting it because I feel like whenever there's a little bit of wind, it does affect the internet a little bit. Yeah, you wish I was a chicken there, Jacob. Sicko. 1-2 count to Ascara. Here's the pitch. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ascara. Here's the pitch. And swings and misses. And that is a strikeout. So we have 2 outs here in the inning. And that is, looks like the 8th strikeout for Flaherty. So Flaherty having himself a good game. And Oswaldo Cabrera is at the plate now. It's 2 outs here in the top of the 5th as he takes a strike. And Cabrera hits that, and it will drop in front of the center fielder, and he is on there for a single. Cabrera is on first base, and that'll bring us back to the top of the lineup. Ben Rice will be coming to the plate. So it's a 2-out single by Oswaldo Cabrera as the Yankees get their runner on. And let's see what Ben Rice can do in this at bat. He is 0 for 2 in today's game. Flaherty about to throw his 75th pitch. And first pitch to Rice is a ball, so it is 1-0. Yeah, kind of looking that way, right, Jesse? I mean, it's definitely a pitcher's duel. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Ben Rice. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. We have a runner on first. It's a 1-1 count to Ben Rice. Jack Flaherty steps back on the mound. He is ready to go. He sets. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ben Rice. Here's the 2-1. 3-1 now to Ben Rice. So let's see what they do here. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Aaron Judge is waiting on deck. Here's the 3-1. And Ben Rice pops that one up to the left fielder. And that play is made by Riley Green. And the Yankees do leave a runner on base. They do get a hit in this inning. So that is out number 3. And we are heading to the bottom of the 5th now. Still a 0-0 game. Were you looking up Turkish assassins, dude? Gusto says I look like Mehmet Altuntaş in another life. Hold on. Who is that guy? I have no idea. Oh, hell no. I don't look like him. You're on crack. But we are in a commercial break right now. It is a 0-0 game. We are going to head into the bottom of the 5th. Offense for either team can't get anything going, it seems like, and it's just a a pitcher's duel between Jack Flaherty and Max Fried. So, it's fun. It's fun, but Yankees bats just got to get something going here, folks. And it looks like we'll be starting the game here momentarily. And officially, we are 1 hour and 10 minutes into today's game. And Max Fried is back on the mound. And Javi Baez is at the plate. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. He struck out in the second inning. First pitch to Baez. Whoa, almost hits him. Fastball upstairs. Hello. So 1-0 count to Javi Baez. Fried about to throw his 60th pitch here. Here's the 1-0. That is in there for a strike. So count is 1-1. That was an 81 mile per hour changeup. 1-1 count to Javi Baez. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Baez. Yeah, no, you can't. You definitely can't waste a solid start, man. Fried's pitching well, man. He really is. Swing and a miss. So count now is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if Max Fried can get his 7th strikeout of the game, as Ryan Kreidler is waiting on deck for the Detroit Tigers. Here's the 2-2. And he struck him out. So 7th strikeout of the game for Max Fried. Max Fried is doing work in today's game. I am so happy that the Yankees signed this guy, man. I really am. And here we have Kreidler at the plate. Hey, we got Brian's mother in the chat. We have Mrs. Gustin in the chat. Hello there, Mom. How are you? Don't worry. Your son is behaving. I promise. I'll let you know if he misbehaves so you can beat him up. But it's an 0-1 count to Kreidler with 1 out here in the inning. So it is 0-2 now. So let's see if Fried can get his 8th strikeout of the game. But how are you there? How are you there, Miss Gustin? 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gusto better be behaving himself, man. Or are you kidding? He never behaves. Never has, but you still love him. Well, that's good. That's because you're a good mother. No, I like him too. He's not a family member, but still like the guy. And Kreidler pops that one up, and Bellinger is right there to make the play for out number 2. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. I'm doing good. I can't complain. Calling today's game, hoping the Yankees come away with a win so they don't get swept. So 67 pitches so far for Max Fried. And here we have McKinstry, who takes a strike. So it's an 0-1 count to Zach McKinstry. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. Grounded out in the 3rd. Max Fried sets. Here's the pitch. And Dominguez is on the run, and McKinstry is going for 3. Dominguez having a hard time getting the ball, and it is a 2-out triple for McKinstry as he hits that ball into left field. So here's the replay. Hits that ball into left field. Dominguez could not get there. Goes into the corner. The ball gets away from Dominguez. Has a hard time getting the ball. And because of that, it ends up being a triple. I don't know if they'll score that as an error. But it is a triple as of right now, as that brings up Malloy. And first pitch to Malloy is a strike. So the Tigers have an opportunity here to score. It's an 0-1 count to Malloy. Here's the pitch from Fried. That ball's in the dirt. It is 1 ball, 1 strike to Malloy, who is 1 for 2 in today's game. Yeah, it looks like they ruled it a triple there, William. Fried checks the runner at third. He resets here. Here's the 1-1. And it is fouled off. Let's play that 2-strike horn. One and two now. Let's see if Fried can get his 8th strike out of the game here. Here's the 1-2. And it's a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, runner on third. The Detroit Tigers trying to get a run here as Andy Ibanez is waiting on deck for the Tigers. Fried steps back on the mound. He sets. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out, swing and a miss. Boom. Max Fried having himself a great game. 8 strikeouts for Max Fried. Let's go. We are going to the top of the 6th. Still a 0-0 game, folks. Buckeyes up 1,700. All right, I see you. I definitely don't have nightmares about you and Brad. I don't think about you guys that much. Don't get too happy there, buddy. Petruzzi trying to get himself excited for no reason. Nope, it's all in his head. It's all in his freaking head. The only thing the only dream I have about Petruzzi is me putting him in a rear naked chokehold and him tapping for his life like, let me go. And he's just crying. Yeah, see, Gusto, you need to behave. Your mother's in the chat, man. All right? You think it's bad if I come after you? All right? It's worse if your mother comes after you, dude. So you better behave yourself. Yeah. But it wasn't the special dream that you were thinking of, you freak. But we are in a commercial break. And we are going to be heading into the top of the 6th when we get back from commercials. It is a 0-0 game. Jack Flaherty having himself a good game. Jack Flaherty so far has, let's see, 5. He has 8 strikeouts, couple of walks. Max Fried has 8 strikeouts, no walks. The bats just have been non-existent for both teams. She's been beating you for 43 years. Well, here's to another 43, hopefully. But we are back to the game. And we do have Aaron Judge at the plate. He is 0 for 2 in today's game. I was counting there, Petruzzi. And first pitch to Judge is a strike on a knuckle curve, 77 miles per hour. He deserves it all the time there, Miss Gustin. Here's the 0-1. Way inside. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Aaron Judge. Definitely not reading that, Stephen B. Nope, not reading that at all. And it's a 1-1. And Judge hits that high fly ball, but it's fouled. So Judge gave it a ride for sure. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gusto versus Mother. I'm definitely Mother's gonna win. Sunoco LP from Buckeye. Well, what is that? And it is fouled back. So Judge still staying alive. It's 1-2. Sunoco, I know that was a gas station when I was growing up. Here's the 1-2. And it's a ball, so count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, if you did fight back, I'd get your mother's back there, Gusto. But we have Cody Bellinger waiting on deck. It's a 2-2 count to Aaron Judge, and here's the pitch. Full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Aaron Judge. Flaherty at 85 pitches right now. We are in the top of the 6th, 0-0 game. Nobody out. Full count to Aaron Judge. Here's the pitch. And Judge will take a walk here. So that is the 3rd walk issued in today's game by Jack Flaherty. And that'll bring up Cody Bellinger. Yeah, I'm not laughing at that. No friggin' way. And the Mets are down 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Got you there, Sco. And here we have Cody Bellinger, and he takes a strike. So it's 0-1. The Tigers have Holton warming up in the bullpen. He's a left-handed pitcher. 0-1 count. Runner on first, top of the 6th. Nobody out here. And Bellinger calls time. Umpire acknowledges. So Bellinger's 0 for 2 in today's game. Struck out in both of his at-bats. Here's the 0-1. And that is in there for a strike. So 0-2 count to Cody Bellinger. As Flaherty is looking for his 9th strikeout of the game. Ball in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. Judge stays put. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cody Bellinger. Dodgers lost 2 games in a row. Yeah, well, it's going to happen. Still early in the season. Here's the 1-2. And swing and a miss. And 1 out here in the inning. And Flaherty gets his 9th strikeout. And 0 for 3 game for Cody Bellinger. He has struck out all 3 at-bats. So, and that'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt, who was 1 for 2 in today's game. Flaherty at 90 pitches now. Here's Paul Goldschmidt, and he takes a strike. It's an 0-1 count to Paul Goldschmidt. He had a single in the 2nd inning. 0-1 count, man on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And line drive, base hit to left field. And that ball goes to the wall. Aaron Judge stops at 3rd. And that is a double for Paul Goldschmidt. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Let's go. 2 for 3 game for Paul Goldschmidt. The Yankees are threatening. Can they make something happen here? Let's see if they make a pitching change. That was, I believe, the 91st pitch thrown by Flaherty. So, yep, they're taking Flaherty out. We are going to have a commercial break. Due up is Jazz Chisholm Jr., Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez. It is 1 out. Yankees have runners on 2nd and 3rd. Let's see if they can make something happen here. This is a great opportunity for them, but they gotta make something happen. So we are in a commercial break. There is a pitching change, so we will be right back momentarily. So how's everybody doing though? How's everybody doing today? So it's a good game. I will say it's a great game. Flaherty, for the most part, right? Like, he pitched a good game. He struck out 9 batters today. He walked 3. Gave up a couple of hits here in this inning. So, the Tigers, good idea on their part to pull him out of the game. So they're definitely not going to let him continue. So, let's see if the Yankees can make something happen here. All right. The Tigers did have one of their guys warming up. It was a left-handed pitcher. Let me get his name real quick. It was Holton that was warming up there. So he should be coming into the game. We are in a commercial break. Buckeye says, break out the mats, bro. I'm about to, man. Yeah, I'd be doing better, doing well too if they do driving these runs. But the thing is, the Yankees lose. If it's a bad day, I could take my frustrations out on the mats, which I do plan on training tonight. So let's see let's see if I could get some arm bars and rear naked chokes tonight. So and continue improving my craft in my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu journey. So, but here we have Tyler Holton, who is in today's game. So pitching alert, Tyler Holton is taking over pitching duties. And runners on second and third, Jazz Chisholm Jr. at the plate, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. First pitch is fouled, so 0-1 count. So count now is 1-1. So count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jazz Chisholm Jr. And right back to the pitcher, and they tag Judge out. So 2 outs here in the inning. That's unfortunate how that turned out, but Jazz does go to first base. He hits that ball right back to the pitcher. Judge was caught off. He was going to run home, but Judge was caught in the middle. He was tagged out by Holton. It's 2 outs here in the inning, so not what we wanted. Unfortunate event. I mean, Judge was trying to go on contact, so that was what Judge was trying to do. Not what we wanted. Runners on first and second now with Anthony Volpe, who is 0 for 2 in today's game. Careful there, Petruzzi. Nah, my mother wouldn't even know how to use YouTube, dude. You guys don't understand. My mother does not use computers or laptops or tablets. She is very old school. Technology is not her thing. The only thing technology that she does is she watches TV. That's about it. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off. So first and second, 2 outs, 0-2 count here in the top of the 6th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Yankees had runners on second and third. They were threatening the ball. Jazz hit a ball that hit back right to the pitcher. Judge was trying to run on contact, but unfortunately it didn't go as planned, and he got caught for that second out as Holton steps off. And Jason Dominguez is waiting on deck. He is 0 for 2 in today's game. So 2 outs, 2 men on, top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and Volpe strikes out, and we are going to the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, Erica, this offense is just, you could say it. Go ahead. And Yankees continue to leave men on base, could not make the best of their opportunities once again. Now we're going to the bottom of the 6th. So still a 0-0 game. We should probably see Max Fried go back out there. And we are in a commercial break, and I will be right back. All right, and we are back to the game, and Ibanez leads off, and he pops out to Cody Bellinger for 1 out. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Max Fried is back on the mound for the 6th inning. He is currently at 75 pitches. And that'll bring up Riley Green, who is 1 for 2 in today's game. Oh, and 1 count to Riley Green. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Count now is 0-2. Let's see if Max Fried could get his 9th strikeout of the game. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And that is strikeout number 9 for Max Fried. So Max Fried having a solid outing here. So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th. So we have Spencer Torkelson at the plate. And here's the pitch from Fried. And just misses the strike zone. So it's a 1-0 count to Spencer Torkelson. Here's the 1-0. And it's a grounder hit to Oswaldo Cabrera, who throws over to first for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and we are heading to the top of the 7th. So it was a I don't know if it was a strike. I forget. I was talking with Ace about that, Jacob. The only thing that happened, which I did trim out that segment where it said it was there was a copyright issue. I trimmed that segment out. If I didn't, I just wasn't going to get monetized. I don't know if that was a strike or I forget what Ace called it, but because he said that if it was I believe he said if it was a strike, I wouldn't be able to stream for like a week. Like YouTube would ban me for a week. And Gusto, check your messages. I texted you something. But we are in a commercial break. Yeah, they can shut down the channel. I mean, oh nah. Well, I mean, it depends, right? I mean, I guess if you violate their terms and services, I don't know how many strikes you get. I don't know if it's a 3-strike policy. But the only thing with that, again, when YouTube emailed me about the copyright thing, it just said that hey, it's not a strike. It's just your video is not going to get monetized. So what I did was I just trimmed that segment out. Those were one of my options, which is what I did, just so that video could get monetized. So that's why I that's why I take the play-by-play off when it's 3 outs, because there's advertisements that play. So I don't want those advertisements to show, because for just to protect myself. I think it was just because there was advertisement being played. So I gotta be careful. But we are here in the top of the 7th. Jason Dominguez is at the plate. He is 0 for 2 in today's game. He'll be batting from the right side of the plate. And Holton is back on the mound. Here's the pitch from Holton, and that is in there for a strike. It's a 0-0 game, top of the 7th. It has been a pitcher's duel. Offense on both teams just can't get anything going. As Dominguez fouls that off, it is an 0-2 count to Dominguez, and Vest is warming up in the Tigers bullpen. He is a right-handed pitcher. So 0-2 count, top of the 7th here. Here's the 0-2, and Dominguez does get a piece of it. So still an 0-2 count. So 0-2, and Dominguez fouls that one off. So still staying alive, still trying to make something happen. So no balls, 2 strikes to Dominguez. Holton sets. Here's the pitch, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Dominguez. And here we have J.C. Oscara waiting on deck. Holton sets. Here's the 1-2. Dominguez fouls it off, still staying alive. So Dominguez is battling. So top of the 7th, nobody on, nobody out. 1-2 count to Dominguez, and here's the pitch. And just misses. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jason Dominguez. Two count. Holton sets. Here's the pitch. Dominguez fouls it off. Still staying alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jason Dominguez battling here against Holton. Here's the 2-2, and swing and a miss, and Dominguez does strike out for the first out of the inning. Let's see if I can fast forward this, because I'm a little bit behind. Every time I think I'm caught up with MLB TV, it falls behind on me. I don't know why, but cool. So I should be caught up now. Again, I do apologize for the delay, but Oscara does fly out. So it should be 2 outs here in the inning. Yeah, it's 2 outs here in the inning. That'll bring up Oswaldo Cabrera. So I should be caught up. Maybe I might be a few seconds behind. Yeah, every time I get to the live portion of it, it starts lagging. Your MLB is usually lagging behind yours. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to get it to where it's not lagging and I'm like in sync with the game, but it doesn't always work out that way. It's kind of annoying, but Oswaldo Cabrera has a strike here, so it's an 0-1 count to Oswaldo Cabrera. It's the Colorado reception, is it? Is that a thing? So 0-1. Count now is 0-2 to Oswaldo Cabrera. We have 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. With 2 outs, nobody on. Still 0-0. Still a 0-0 game. You might be right there, Gusto. You might be right. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Oswaldo Cabrera. Yankees offense is so bad, they only scored 2 runs in the series. No home runs, people. Here's the 1-2, and Cabrera hits that to left field for a single. He is 2 for 3 in today's game, so Cabrera having himself a nice game. And that'll bring us to the top of the order with Ben Rice leading off. Hopefully, Yankees could get something going here, folks. As Cabrera takes the lead at first base, we have 2 outs here in the inning with a runner on first. And that ball gets away, but Cabrera will stay put. And Ben Rice is 0 for 3 in today's game. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the 7th with a runner on first. Ben Rice is at the plate. The count is 1-0. As the Yankees are trying to make some noise here. Holton sets. Here's the pitch. And Ben Rice hits that into deep right field. And there it goes. See ya. It's a 2-run shot. All right. Oh, yep, they're ruling it a home run. So it's a 2-run home run for Ben Rice. Let's go. Yankees take a 2-0 lead. That's what I'm talking about. 3rd home run of the season for Ben Rice. Exit velo 108.1. The distance was 419 feet. And the Yankees take a 2-0 lead here. Let's go. Yankees finally make something happen on a 2-run shot by Ben Rice. Oh, baby. Hey, Petruzzi, I got a question for you. What does the map of Italy look like? I'll let you answer that question. Boy, did the Yankees need that. So, 2-0 lead for the Yankees here in the top of the 7th. Aaron Judge is at the plate, and he gets a base hit. He is on there for a single. He is 1 for 3 in today's game. Yankees bats waking up right now against Holton. Ben Rice super excited right now as Aaron Judge is on first base. Yankees have a 2-0 lead. And here we have Cody Bellinger at the plate. He's 0 for 3. He struck out 3 times in today's game. It's a 1-0 count to Cody Bellinger, and there's a strike. So count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Count is 1-1. Top of the 7th, runner on first. Yankees have a 2-0 lead on a Ben Rice 2-run home run. And broken bat popped up in the infield. Play made by Ibanez for out number 3. But the Yankees do strike on a 2-run home run by Ben Rice. The Yankees have a 2-0 lead. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th. It's the 7th inning stretch. And we will be right back. Commercial break, folks. right. We are back to the game. So Bellinger takes over left field. Grisham will take over at center. So Dominguez is out of the game. So looks like for defensive purposes. Dingler is at the plate. It's an 0-1 count. So, your son wasn't lying to you. It's just Petruzzi just, telling his usual corny jokes. And Luke Weaver is warming up in the bullpen for the New York Yankees. Max Fried is still on the mound and hits sharply, and that ball goes to the left field. Bellinger makes a diving play. It is a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 7th for Dingler, as that will bring up Colt Keith. I'm not Canadian, so, again, lay off the crack pipe. Yeah, Cabrera tried to make a play there, but ball gets by him. So we have a runner on second now with nobody out. And Colt Keith is at the plate. First pitch to Colt Keith is a ball, so 1 ball, no strike. Ben Rice breaks the ice. Indeed, he does. Yeah, you might need to get your eyes checked there, Petruzzi. You're more blind than a bat. As a matter of fact, you're more blind than an umpire. No, I'm not going to call a game. I'm not going to call a game tomorrow, man. I'm gonna chill out for that. So it'll be a nice day off for me, honestly. And Keith pops that one up to left center. Bellinger makes the play, and Dingler will stay put at second. Rice, baby, you got that right. You never get anything right there, Petruzzi. Keep dreaming. No, the Yankees have a day off tomorrow, Petruzzi. They go back to the Bronx, and they will host the San Francisco Giants. And we have Javi Baez at the plate now. So we have 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Yankees have a 2-0 lead. With a runner on second, it is 1 out. All right, I got your text there, Ace. Hold on. Like I said, Ace texted me letting me know that I was far behind. But the thing is, it's like every time I get to the catch up, it just MLB just does its thing. I do apologize. $10Ks for Fried. Let's go. Okay, I should be caught up now. I just saw the strikeout. So that's the 10th strikeout for Fried. So Fried having a great game. So this is his 6th career 10-plus strikeout game. His last one was June 4th, 2024 against the Red Sox. So 2 outs here in the inning. Bottom of the 7th. You know, when I see you face to face there, Petruzzi, I'm picking you up like a baby. I'm gonna start swinging you around to the point where you're just gonna throw up all over the place. That was indeed a big strikeout that was needed. See, this is what happens. I get to the live stream or get to the live here on MLB, and it just starts lagging on me. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Let's see if he could get his 11th strikeout of the inning. Let's see that. 0-2 count. Bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. Runner on second. Here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Oh, no, he won't throw up on the mats. That's not going to happen. If he throws up on the mats, I'm making him clean it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th. Runner on second. Here's the 1-2. Just misses. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Kreidler. Two count. Runner on second. 2 outs. Let's see what happens here. Here's the pitch. Does he go? They said he did not go. So count is now full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. This will definitely be his last inning. But a solid outing by Max Fried, though, overall. What a great outing. This was very well needed. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and Fried steps off. I know I'm probably a little bit behind again. Again, like I said, I try to catch up to the live, and then it delays me. That's on MLB, not me, I promise. But 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second. Max Fried trying to finish the 7th inning here. And here's the payoff. Swings and misses. Oh, 11 strikeouts for Max Fried. Going to the top of the 8th. Let's go. Wow. What a game by Max Fried. What a game by Max Fried. Can you believe it, folks? What's up, Daniel Berry? No, I've never done that to Brad. So, see, Brad lives in Australia. See, you know, I do have Amazon Prime. I don't know if I could pull it up on Amazon Prime just because I am in Colorado. So I don't know if I'm able to do that. Sean Browning. What's up, Daniel Berry? I see you in the chat. What's going on, man? But we are heading to the top of the 8th. The Yankees have a 2-0 lead. Max Fried just had a fantastic outing today. What a solid outing by Max Fried. He was just on fire today. No on Prime, but around New York area only is what Dev Finch is saying. Kick rocks. Yeah, here you go, Sean. But see, yeah, every time I go to the live, it starts delaying me. So that's why I'm a little bit behind. And it just starts lagging on me. Let me do this. Let me exit out and then return back to the live stream or to the game. That could fix the problem too. So, normally, I mean, sometimes I'm like a few seconds behind, but today it's a different story. All right, so I should be caught up now, hopefully. It says I'm live, so I'm good. But we do have Paul Goldschmidt at the plate. It's a 1-2 count to Paul Goldschmidt. He had a single and a double. So Goldschmidt is 2 for 3 in today's game. He's having himself a great game. Vest is the new pitcher on the mound for the Tigers. Count now is 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Petruzzi. 2-2 count here, top of the 8th. Max Fried getting his props from his teammates there in the dugout. Here's the 2-2. And Goldschmidt hits that right to the first baseman as he lines out to Torkelson for out number 1. You having Sonic bringing you some chili dogs there, Texas Buckeye? Nice. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. is at the plate. He is 0 for 2 in today's game, and he takes a ball. One and no count. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes now. Third base umpire said he did not go. And I'm at 28 likes so far. And as Jazz Chisholm fouls that back, so it is 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Anthony Volpe is waiting on deck. He is 0 for 3 in today's game. And Chisholm pops that one up in foul territory. It is out of play. Nice little souvenir. The count is still 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes for Jazz Chisholm Jr. I just saw Max Fried on the TV. Here's the 2-2. And Jazz Chisholm strikes out for out number 2. Did not like that call. And he is 0 for 3 in today's game as he walks back to the dugout, and that'll bring up Anthony Volpe. And here we have Anthony Volpe coming to the plate, who struck out twice in today's game and grounded out. First pitch to Volpe is a ball. So 1-0 count to Anthony Volpe. Second pitch is a ball. So 2-0 count now to Anthony Volpe. And Luke Weaver is warming up in the bullpen. 3-0 to Anthony Volpe. Yeah, Fried pitched a gem today, man. Fried was fantastic. We needed that kind of outing for Fried, man. Most definitely. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Anthony Volpe as he takes first base. And that should bring up Trent Grisham. And that'll bring the pitching coach out to talk to Vest. Let's see if the Yankees could get another run here as Trent Grisham is coming to the plate. He's batting .379 with 3 home runs, 9 RBIs with an OPS of 1179 so far in 10 games. It's a 2-0 game. Yankees got their 2 runs on a Ben Rice 2-run home run. It's an 0-1 count to Trent Grisham. One ball, one strike to Trent Grisham. We have 2 outs here in the top of the 8th with a runner on first. Trent Grisham looked like young Reggie Jackson. Here's the pitch, and it's a grounder hit to the shortstop who steps on second base for out number 3. And we are heading to the bottom of the 8th, and I will be right back, folks. And it looks like we are back to the game here. And we have Luke Weaver on the mound, folks, here in the bottom of the 8th. As the first pitch to McKinstry is a ball, so it's a 1-0 count to Zach McKinstry, who is 1 for 2 in today's game. He has a triple in the 5th inning. So it's a 1-0 count to McKinstry. 1-0 quickly becomes 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Zach McKinstry. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Zach McKinstry. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that is hit into left field, and Cody Bellinger is there to make the play for out number 1. So we have 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. So Petruzzi, that message you sent me, is that $325 million signing bonus for Vladimir Guerrero on top of the $500 million contract he signed? And Malloy is on there with a single. So we have a 1-out single by Malloy as Ibanez comes to the plate. So we have a pinch hitter. Kerry Carpenter is pinch hitting for Andy Ibanez. Let me read that. Let me see the comments here. Let's come on. No, I think the rest of the 500 is probably incentives. I see. So then the initial. So that ball, real quick, folks. That ball was off of Cabrera's glove when he was trying to make the play, the diamond play there, but couldn't hold on to it. And swings at the first pitch there for. So that was a pop out as Trent Grisham makes the play for out number 2, and that'll bring up Riley Green. So $325 million up front, and then the rest of that is all incentives. So the initial contract is $325 million. So here we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th with a runner on first. Yankees have a 2-0 lead as Luke Weaver is trying to get out of this inning. It's 1 ball, no strike to Riley Green. That pop out was by Kerry Carpenter, who pinch hit for Ibanez. Ball in the dirt. 2 balls, no strike. Torkelson on deck. I'll be honest. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Vlad Jr. didn't wait till free agency. He should have waited till free agency. He would have gotten a payday, man. But as that pitch misses for ball 3, so it's a 3-0 count to Green. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's no way that contract would have been 800 plus. I mean, yeah, I don't believe that whatsoever. But and here we have a strike, so it's a 3-1 count. But I'm surprised Vlad Jr. didn't wait till free agency. I mean, I guess he made it clear that he wanted to go back to Toronto, but I feel like he would have gotten a bigger payday. As Riley Green swings and misses, and it's a full count with a runner on first. That'll release the runner on first. That horn. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And we are going to the top of the 9th, and the Yankees have a 2-0 lead. Vlad is not Soto. He took the money. No, I get he's not Soto. I'm not saying that he would have gotten the same amount of money that Soto did. There was no way that he was going to get the same amount of money. I'm saying he would have gotten a bigger payday. Nowhere near Soto, but I'm saying I felt like he would have tested the free agent market. That's all I'm saying. And I feel like he would have gotten a bigger payday. Not as much as Soto, though. No way. At the most 50 to 70. I mean, it makes a difference, though. I mean, 50 to 70, so it would have been 550 or 570. You could have easily gotten up to 600, maybe. He would have gotten 600, maybe. So it would have made a difference. But we are in a commercial break, folks. The Yankees have a 2-0 lead. They are going to the top of the 9th. I appreciate all of you hanging out with me on this broadcast. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. If you're watching this for the first time, I would greatly appreciate it. Share this channel out with everybody you know. Let's continue growing out the strike zone. And our next goal here for subscribers is 1,600. So if there's anybody out there watching this for the first time and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Join in on the fun. And let's see how many likes I have here on this live stream. Well, I understand, but Ching-Ming Wong and Vlad Guerrero Jr. they're 2 totally different players, man. That's apples to oranges. And we are at 29 likes right now. And Kerry Carpenter is taking over at right field. McKinstry taking over at third base. And pitching alert, we have John Brebbia taking over for pitching duties for the Detroit Tigers. Now, Wong was good, but yeah, just the guy, just didn't work out, man. But here we have Escara, Cabrera, and Rice due up. Escara is 0 for 2 in today's game, and he walked in the second inning. Yeah, Garrett Cole is out for the year. And here we have Devin Williams warming up in the bullpen. So assuming he's going to come into the game to close it out. And Escara takes a strike. It's an 0-1 count. Yeah, unfortunately, Doran. Yeah, I mean, injuries suck. And let me get the play-by-play up here. Sorry. Injuries do suck, but it's part of the game. Nothing you could do about it. So 1 ball, 1 strike to J.C. Escara. And Escara hits that in foul territory. Oh, and the catcher could not make the play. Dingler could not make the play. He misses the catch. So Escara is still staying alive, so it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to J.C. Escara. Dingler fumbled that ball. He should have made that catch, I feel like, but couldn't make that catch. Yeah, Wong's sinker was nasty for sure there, Sean. And it looks like they're having some problems with the pitch comp. So as Dingler is waiting for a new pitch comp, it looks like he's having trouble with his. So we have a little bit of a delay in the game. And we are officially 2 hours and 14 minutes into the game today. So not your typical 3 hours. So Dingler's still making his adjustments here. So we're waiting here. We're waiting for the game to resume. Dingler just making his adjustment on the pitch comm. He had a problem with his pitch comm, so we do have a little bit of a delay. But the Yankees do have a 2-0 lead here in the top of the ninth on a 2-run shot hit by Ben Rice. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes right now to J.C. Escara. And it's been a little bit of a long delay here as Dingler is coming back to the plate and looks like he is ready to go. And Escara is stepping into the batter's box. And we are ready to go. It's a 1-2 count. And Escara pops that one up. And here's another opportunity for Dingler. And he drops it again. Exact spot and everything. I thought I was delayed again, folks. What the heck? I thought I was delayed again. Like, seriously, that can't happen twice in a row in the same spot. Like, what are the odds of that? I thought I got delayed. I thought I was like deja vu. Oh my God. But Escara being saved again, he's still getting another chance. He's still at the plate. It's a 1-2 count to Escara, only to a dingler or a dingo. Oh, and he gets hit. So Escara will take first base. But wow, that was an interesting at bat. So Escara should have been out twice. And we have Oswaldo Cabrera in the game right now. He's 2 for 3 in today's game. He's having a nice game for himself. Charge the mound. Let's go. I'm down for a fight. Just kidding. Petruzzi says the Rail Riders have activated left-hander pitcher Tyler Matzik off the 7-day IL. Nice. Okay. So we're going to see a little Matzik action per Connor Foley. Thanks for sharing that, Petruzzi. And we have Oswaldo Cabrera as he fouls that one back. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. What's up, David Cohen? How's it going, man? One ball, 1 strike to Oswaldo Cabrera with a runner on first. Cabrera shows bunt, and he gets hit. So back-to-back hit batters. We have runners on first and second. And that'll bring up Ben Rice. So we're back to the top of the lineup. Yeah, Matzik is a reliever. And Ben Rice in his last at bat hit a 2-run shot. That's how the Yankees have a 2-0 lead right now. The exit velo on Ben Rice's at bats, man, it's in the hundreds. It is like it's crazy power. I mean, him putting on some weight, putting on some muscle is really helping him out. So Pablo Reyes is going to be pinch running here for Escara. So runners on first and second. I'm assuming, getting a little speed on the bases. And here we have Ben Rice at the plate with nobody out. Runners on first and second, back-to-back batters getting hit. And Rice takes a ball. This is true, Robert. You're not wrong on that one. But it's a 1-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes now to Ben Rice. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 runners on first and second, nobody out. As Brebbia pitches, and that is in there for a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Ben Rice, who was responsible for the Yankees getting on board. He hit a 2-run home run in the 7th inning. And Ben Rice steps out of the batter's box. Looks like he had something in his eye. I saw him kind of blinking a little bit there. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Ben Rice here in the top of the 9th. Here's the 2-1. And that is a strike. So count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ben Rice. Uh, 3-0 Marlins over the Mets. All right. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, runners on first and second, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Count is now full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ben Rice. Here's the 3-2. And Rice hits a grounder, And the second baseman could not hold up. And now the bases are loaded for Aaron Judge. So a little bit of a rough inning here for the Tigers. Kind of a weird inning in a way, but I'll take it. Yankees do catch a break. Keith just could not come up with the ball. It was a hard hit ball. He just couldn't come up with it. The bases are now loaded with Aaron Judge. Still nobody out. Yankees have an opportunity to get more runs as Aaron Judge swings and misses. And Judge is 1 for 3 in today's game. So Judge has a real opportunity to make something big happen here. The Yankees have a 2-0 lead with the bases loaded, nobody outs. Great opportunity here for Judge as he pops that one up in foul territory. And it is out of play. Torkelson runs out of room. So it's a 0-2 count to Ben Wright or to Aaron Judge. Career with the bases loaded, 329 average, 9 grand slams, 91 RBIs, 1125 OPS, and 98 plate appearances for Aaron Judge. So Judge has a big opportunity to make something happen here with an 0-2 count to Aaron Judge as Brebbia steps on the mound, waiting for the signal. He's ready to go. He sets. Here's the pitch. And Judge gets a base hit. That'll score a couple of runs. Jazz Chisholm scores. Or Pablo Reyes scores. Oswaldo Cabrera scores. It's a 2-run single. A 2 RBI single for Aaron Judge. Runners on first and second. I'm tripping over my words here, but let's go. 4-0 Yankees. Big hit by Aaron Judge. He is 2 for 4 in today's game. That'll bring up Cody Bellinger. Runners on first and second. Still nobody out. Yankees have an opportunity to do more. Let's go, baby. So 3 strikeouts for Cody Bellinger in today's game, and he popped out. So he is 0 for 4. Two balls, no strikes now to Cody Bellinger. So 2 balls, no strikes, runners on first and second. And Bellinger takes another ball, so 3-0 now. Tigers have Hanafi and Maeda warming up in the bullpen. Both are right-handed pitchers. So Bellinger should get the green light here. Here's the 3-0. And Bellinger walks. So the bases are loaded again. And this will bring up Paul Goldschmidt. And the pitching coach is going to go out to talk with Brebbia. With Paul Goldschmidt at the plate, he is 2 for 4 in today's game. So we have a little bit of a small break. But what a hit by Judge. Base hit that scored 2 runs. Gives him some insurance runs. Gives him a nice lead, going into the bottom of the ninth, assuming the Yankees don't score any more runs here. But hopefully they do. With the bases loaded once again, Paul Goldschmidt coming to the plate. And still no outs in the inning. The bases are juiced. I don't know, Jacob. Go ask the Yankees. Yeah, Robert, it's a much-deserved win for Max Fried, man. But here we have Paul Goldschmidt, who actually had a pretty decent series against the Tigers, despite the Yankees playing bad. But Goldschmidt fouls that first pitch, and it is an 0-1 count. So the bases are loaded. It is the top of the ninth for Paul Goldschmidt, and it's an 0-1 count. The Yankees have a 4-0 lead right now. And look at those numbers for Paul Goldschmidt. He's on fire right now. 1 ball, 1 strike to Goldschmidt. So Yankees trying to do more damage here in the top of the 9th. Bases loaded, nobody out. Goldschmidt at the plate, 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Paul Goldschmidt. Brebbia sets. Here's the pitch. And it's a grounder back to the pitcher. Throws the runner out at home. Gets the runner out at first base. There's runners on second and third, so it is a double play. And we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. coming to the plate, who was 0 for 3 in today's game. So they needed that double play for sure, but unfortunately, Yankees couldn't get any runs on that hit. So let's see if Chisholm Jr. can make something happen here. But the Yankees do have a 4-0 lead. Yeah, finally a quality start for a Yankee starter, huh? And big swing and a miss by Jazz Chisholm. It's an 0-1 count for Jazz Chisholm. Here's the 0-1. 0-2 now. So no balls, 2 strikes. So runners on second and third, 2 outs. 0-2 count to Jazz Chisholm. Yankees have a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 9th as they look to avoid the sweep. Here's the 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jazz Chisholm. We got runners on second and third, and here's the pitch. Ball gets away, but Judge stays put at third. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th, runners on second and third. Yankees have a 4-0 lead. Can they add more? And Anthony Volpe is waiting on deck. Here's the pitch. And down goes Chisholm for a strikeout. He is gone down, and we are going to the bottom of the 9th. And we are in a commercial break, and that will bring in Devin Williams for the bottom of the 9th. And I will be right back, folks. All right, we are back, and we are going to the bottom of the ninth. Player of the game, I mean, rightfully so, Max Fried, 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, no walks, 11 strikeouts through 97. What an outing. What a freaking outing, man. But here we are, bottom of the ninth, with Torkelson at the plate, and Devin Williams throws a strike. Austin Wells is taking over catching duties. 0-1 count to Torkelson. 0-2 now. So change up, fastball. So no balls, 2 strikes to Torkelson. Yeah, Jazz needs to change his approach at the plate, man. He really does. I don't like the way I don't like his plate appearances right now. But it's an 0-2 count to Torkelson. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Spencer Torkelson. One ball, 2 strikes. Devin Williams sets. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it off. Still staying alive. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Torkelson as Williams is looking to close out this game. We are in the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees have a 4-0 lead. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Torkelson. So 2-2 here. Here's the pitch. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Torkelson. Yankees have a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the ninth as the Yankees look to win this game and avoid the sweep. Here's the 3-2 and still staying alive here. So count now is 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Torkelson hits that foul. Here's the 3-2, and he walks him. So Torkelson will take first base. So a runner will take first, and that will bring up Dylan Dingler to the plate. Yeah, trying to get to the live here on MLB TV just so I could be caught up. But here we go. So say 2-1 count here to Dylan Dingler. Jake Boss, indeed he did. All right, so count now is 2-2. Let's see if Devin Williams can record a strikeout here. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dylan Dingler. We have a runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees have a 4-0 lead. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. And that'll bring up Colt Keith, who is 0 for 3 in today's game. Yeah, Dorian, I hear you, but I'll say this, man. There will never be another Mariano Rivera. He was the king of the 1, 2, 3 innings. So 1 out, 1 on, 1 here in the bottom of the ninth. And here we have Colt Keith, who fouls that one back. It is 0-1. So Colt Keith is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout in today's game. There could only be one, and Mo was the only one. Here's the 0-1. Count now is 1-1. And once again, I'm a little bit delayed. MLB TV doing MLB TV things. Let's try to get back to the game here. Yeah, the only unit. Exactly. All right, so back to the live game here. So 2 outs. Baez at the plate. And Colt Keith, yes, struck out. So back-to-back strikeouts for Devin Williams as he is trying to close out this game. So we are 1 out away. Baez is struck out 3 times. So 1-0 count to Baez. 2 outs, runner on first. 2 balls, no strikes. And Torkelson will take second base on a defensive indifference. Yankees are 1 out away from winning this game. As Williams checks second base. Here's the pitch. And there's a base hit for Baez. He is 1 for 4 in today's game. Torkelson will hold at third. So we have runners on the corners now. And that'll bring up Trey Sweeney, who is going to be pinch hitting here for Ryan Kreidler. So the Tigers are trying to make a little bit of noise here. And Austin Wells talking with Devin Williams right now. All right, Frederick, I appreciate you hanging out, bro. We'll see you next time. Thank you for coming in. Thank you to everybody tuning in to today's game, today's broadcast. Greatly appreciate it. So first and third, 2 outs. Here we have Trey Sweeney, who is pinch hitting. So Baez will take second on a defensive indifference. So we have runners on second and third now with 2 outs. It's an 0-1 count to Sweeney. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Let's see if he can get hit. If Williams could get his third strikeout. That horn. 0-2 count to Sweeney. Outside for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Williams trying to close out this game. Here's the pitch. Count is even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers trying to make a little bit of noise here in the bottom of the ninth. Yankees looking for a win to avoid the sweep. McKinstry is waiting on deck. Williams checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. And Sweeney fouls that off. So still staying alive. So 2-2 count, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Williams checks Baez. Here's the pitch. Just misses. So the count now is full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And just got a piece of it. So Sweeney's staying alive. Okay, I got to take a phone call here, folks. Give me just a moment. Sorry, folks. I had to take that phone call. That was my mother's doctor, so I had to make sure everything was in order. So that I had to take care of that. So my apologies for stepping away, but I am back. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 4-0 game. McKinstry's at the plate. Yankees trying to win this game. Williams trying to close this one out as Williams pitches, and that ball gets away on a wild pitch, and that will score a run for the Tigers. It's a 4-1 game now. So runners on second and third now. Oh boy. Yeah, it was a changeup that, I mean, Wells had no chance of making or stopping that ball. It was a wild pitch, so. So now we have McKinstry at the plate. So holy crap, it's a 4-3 game now. Oh my god. So Williams really blowing this right now. Looks like Aaron Boone is coming out. This is absolutely frustrating. McKinstry gets a hit here. It's a base hit, and that scores 2 runs. And the Yankees just can't seem to close this one out. And McKinstry will be at second base. And yep, they're taking Williams out, which is a great idea. So not great for Williams as he was trying to close out this game. The Yankees have a 4-0 lead. And we are back to the top of the order. We're going to a commercial break. So 4-3, 2 outs, runner on second. This is absolutely frustrating to watch. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here, folks, but this is not what we wanted. Yeah, oh my God. If Tigers are on the verge, they're on the verge. You know something, Nosebleed? I mean, you got a point, man. You got a point. I mean, Holmes was bad, right? Holmes was bad. But, it's like now it's like we got Devin Williams. And, in all honesty, yeah, he hasn't looked good so far. But, I'm willing to give him the same chances that I gave Clay Holmes. You know what I mean? Clay Holmes did have 13 blown saves last season, but some of those saves was on the defense behind him. But yeah, Devin Williams is not looking good in this. He has not looked good. He didn't look good in this game. Yeah, no, I understand. So Holmes's issues was bad defense, but there were games that that Holmes blew that were legitimate though. So I just I'm sure you and I watched the same games, but yeah, Holmes issues was there was bad defense behind him, 100%. But there were games that he couldn't close out to save his life, man. But we have 2 outs here in the inning. It's a 4-3 game. Mark Leiter Jr. is in the game right now. And Mark Leiter Jr. trying to close out this game now, and it's a 1-0 count. Yeah, Beagle. Kind of a frustrating inning going on right now. My goodness. So 1-0 count to Malloy, who is 2 for 4 in today's game. McKinstry's at second, so the tying run is at second base. The Yankees are trying to close out this game. And it's a pop out, and somebody, Jazz Chisholm, there to make the play. The game is over. Thank God that the Yankees take the win here. They take the game 4-3, and they avoid the sweep. But my God, the Tigers almost made a comeback. They almost made a comeback. He almost blew the save, but Yankees win. We could breathe. We could relax. What a nail biter that was. But there needs to be some adjustments here with Devin Williams. Yeah, that was definitely a cardiac Clay moment. But my God, man, it's like, how frustrating is this? But I will say this. Look, I will say this. I know a few days ago, Christopher Levenhar says, "Let's go Yankees. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go." Smash that like button, folks, because the Yankees won. At least they didn't get swept. They come away with the win. The Yankees won 4-3. They avoid the sweep. Solid outing by Max Fried. I'm glad that that start did not go to waste. That makes me very happy. But that was a solid outing. That was a solid outing by Max Fried. The bats woke up. The bats woke up at the right time. But that bottom of the ninth was scary. Devin Williams almost he almost blew that game. That was definitely like a Clay Holmes moment there. Oh, Detroit. I knew they were going to be a good team this year. I knew they were going to be a good team this year. They made some good acquisitions in the offseason. There was no doubt that those guys were going to be great or a good team this year. So don't sleep on the Tigers, man. You know that AL Central is going to be real interesting now. But the story is that the Yankees walk away with a win. They avoid the sweep. They lose the series, but they avoid the sweep. I'll take it. They won 4-3 on a nail biter there in the bottom of the ninth. And they take the win. They have a day off tomorrow, so that was a little bit scary at the end. So a little bit scary at the end. Oh my God, I was like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. So, but the Yankees do walk away with a win, and they have a day off tomorrow. They will come back on Friday to the Bronx. They're going back to the Bronx to host the San Francisco Giants. So Yankees playing against their their fourth National League team now. They've only played one American League team, and that was against the Tigers. So now they're about to play their fourth National League team in the San Francisco Giants. Jonathan, I agree. It's a good win, but 100% Williams needs to be better, man. Listen, if it continues going like this, I know Williams, he hasn't pitched in many games, but I'm just saying, if it keeps consistency, if this keeps going, I think they need to consider having him as the setup man and putting Luke Weaver as a closer. I mean, I know maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just bad luck. I don't know what it is, but either way, look, the Yanks come away with a win. And I'm just going to end it with that. The Yanks win. They avoid the sweep. They lost the series, but they avoid the sweep. A nail biter at the end. Great outing by Max Fried. Ben Rice with that 2-run shot. Aaron Judge coming through in the clutch. You're given a healthy lead. You should be able to close out that game. And that was a nail biter at the end. But either way, they did it. They won. And I will end it on that note. Folks in the chat, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me for 3 hours. It is greatly appreciated. You guys and gals are the best. Just hanging out and seeing me call the play-by-play. I do greatly appreciate it. Make sure you all hit that subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, you're watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Join in on the fun. Join in on the conversation. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button on the way out. The like button does really help out the channel. Get it out there more. Share this channel out. All right, should continue sharing this channel out. Let's continue growing this channel. I'm on the road to 1,600 subs. So I want to, slowly but surely getting to that 2,000 mark, but I want to get to we got to get to 1,600 first. So let's make that happen, people. Let's make that happen. I would greatly appreciate it. But you guys and gals are the best. I'm closing it out. I will see you all next time. It's a day off tomorrow, so enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy tomorrow. We will be back on Friday. So thank you all for tuning in. You all enjoy your day. Let's go Yankees. We out.